So in this video, we're going to talk about comparing and arranging decimal numbers. So let's say, for example, we have decimal numbers 56.38 and 110.45, and we want to compare this to which one is bigger or which one is smaller. So when we compare decimals or any numbers, we use these symbols: symbol for greater than, for less than, and for equal. So some of you might get confused which one is greater than or less than, but you have just to keep in mind that less than looks like an L. So the other way around, automatic, that's greater than. Now when we compare decimals or any numbers, we always start from the left and then going to the right, starting from the place value. So just like for example here, the leftmost for both numbers are having different place values, so it's easier for us to compare them. So the 56 has a place value for 5, which is 10 or tens. Then the 1 in 110 is in hundreds place, so that means the 110 is bigger than the 56, and that's very obvious. So we will use the less than symbol. So you just have to put it in your mind that the mouth of that symbol must be opening to the bigger number. Another example, we have 418.12 and 402.06. So let's compare from left to right. So let's have these two fours. They have the same place value. They are in hundreds place, and they are the same digit, which is 4. So let's move on to the next place value, which is in tens place, and the digit for the left side number is bigger. It's 1 compared to 0. That means the left side number is bigger than the one at the right. So we're gonna use the greater than symbol. So it means 418 and 12 hundredths is greater than 402 and 6 hundredths. Another one, we have 105 and 92 hundredths and 105 and 812 thousandths. So let's compare them from left to right of the digits. So in the hundreds place they have the same digit, it's 1. So let's move on to the next place value. So in tens they have the same value, so it's still the same. So let's continue until we are going to find a place value with different digit. So here it's 5, it's the same. So let's move into the tens, where the tens have different digits, which is 9 and 8, and the number at the left is bigger than the number at the right. So we're gonna use the greater than. So here's another example, 106.32 and 106.320. So basically they are having the same digits except for the 0 at the rightmost of the number at the right. So that 0 will not affect the value even if there is more digits, because it's just 0 at the rightmost. No matter how many zeros we're gonna add at the rightmost part, it's gonna be the same value. The same as if you put zeros at the leftmost, it's still the same value. As long as the 0 is not in between non-zero numbers, it will not affect the value of the number. So that means they are just equal. Another example, 0.8 8.103 and 8.103. So as I said, even if the 0 is at the leftmost, still it will not affect the value of the number. No matter how many zeros we're going to add at the leftmost, it will not affect the value of the number. So that means the 08 still has a value of 8.103. No matter how many zeros we're going to add to the left side, as long as it's the leftmost of the number. So that means these two are equal. Another example, 47.01 and 47.15. So we're going to compare from the leftmost. So we have these two having the same place value in tens place and having the same digit, which is 4. So same as here, it's both 7, and then we'll move to the next. So we have different digits in tens place. So the bigger number will be at the right side because it's 1 compared to 0. So that means we're going to use the less than symbol. Now how about this? 13.28 and 13.249. So we're going to compare them from left to right. So we'll have the tens place, which are the same, as well as the ones place. Then the tenths place are both the same too, and the hundredths place are not the same, so we can compare them using the hundredths place. So the left side number has 8, so that means the left side number is bigger, and so we're going to use the greater than symbol. So as you can see, the number of digits doesn't matter. The left side has only four digits, while the number at the right side has 5 digits, including the 9 at the last part. So it doesn't matter for the number of digits, but what matters is the value of the digit in a place value. So let's move now to arranging decimal numbers. So let's say we're going to arrange in ascending order. So what does it mean by ascending? Increasing order. So from smallest to biggest. So here's the list of decimal numbers. And then we're going to look for the smallest. So we have ones placed from the leftmost, which is 8.819 and 8.815. So they are the same in 8.81. They differ in the thousandths place, 9 and 5. So that means the smallest number here is 8.815 because it's only 5 compared to 9. Then next to that is the 8.819 because these two decimal numbers are the only one that has a whole number that is ones place, up to ones place only. Now it's either the 14.06 or 14.5 because they have only up to tens place. So here they are both having 14 in a whole number, but in the tens place it's different, it's 0 and 5. So of course the one with 0 is smaller, so we're gonna choose that to be the next number, and then the 14.5. So what's left is this having a hundredths place in the whole number, so it's 106, so it will be the biggest. So that's increasing or ascending order. Now this time it's gonna be arranged in descending order. So what does it mean by descending? Decreasing order from biggest to smallest. So let's have the list of decimal numbers, and then we're gonna look for the biggest number. So it's either the 226.18 or 229.8 because they have biggest place value from the leftmost, which is a hundredths place. Say they both have two and also the tens place, they both have 2, but in ones place it's 9 and 6, so the one with the 9 has a bigger value, so it's gonna be 229.8. so we're gonna use that as the first number, and followed by the other one that has hundreds place, so we're gonna choose that. Now next is the one with the tens place, because the rest has a ones place, which is 0, so obviously the bigger one is the one with 13, because it's up to the tens place from the leftmost. Next is we have remaining 2, and they have 0 in tens place, in ones place. Now we have tenths place, which is different digits 5 and 9. So the bigger number is having the 9, so we're gonna put that as the next, and last is 0.586, and that is decreasing order. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have learned from this video. Please support my channel by pressing the subscribe button, and write the math topics you want to learn in the comment section.